I think that the SAP policy exists at universities and colleges so that students can know what the requirements are and what the guidelines are that they have to follow in order to receive the benefits that they do. So when I graduated from high school, I heard about the SAP policies in colleges and universities, but I didn't really pay attention to it because I always do well academically, so I thought that I would never reach the minimum requirement. So I didn't know what the minimum requirement was for my university, for my college. So the consequences of not reaching the requirements that SAP expects of students is they can take away your financial aid, they can reduce your financial aid, and they can also limit the amount of classes that you can take in a semester. Third semester in college, I started doing poorly. I failed 1 or 2 classes and I withdrew from a few classes, and my GPA was affected, but my completion rate was also affected, which is the amount of courses that you complete successfully. And I didn't know this until I went one day to the financial aid office to ask a couple of questions, and the person who was there told me that I wasn't going to qualify for financial aid for the following school year because I hadn't completed successfully some of the courses that I had originally registered for. When I left the financial aid office at my school, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what my options were. I thought I was going to have to drop out of school for the following semester, but then I contacted my coach in one of the programs that I had been involved in, and he told me that I had many options. So I pulled up a name of people who work in the school, of faculty, and I started making phone calls. And I made a couple of phone calls, I wrote an appeal letter, I reached out to a lot of people, and I didn't get the same response from everyone. Some people told me that there was no option, that I knew what the SAP was in the school, and that there was no way that I can get out of this. But then after I spoke to a lot of people, I got the answers that I needed and my situation was resolved. Some advice that I have for students who are starting college as freshmen would be to pay attention to the entire policy, whether you think it applies to you or not, because later you might forget all about it and it'll come back to creep on you. Keep in touch with your financial aid office. Always make sure what your status is with your financial aid application, because universities have a lot of students and they can't keep track of everyone, so you have to advocate for yourself.